Hello everyone, Josie here, probably better known as CompleteIndie, and welcome. Since today is Halloween, I figured what better way to celebrate than to release a spooky commander deck for Battle of Wits. And I tried zombies, couldn't make it work. Vampires felt unoriginal. Werewolves were dull. I needed something new, untested, unseen, unstable. Meet Griselda, Monster Masher. For free generic, 1 black and 1 red, you get a zombie villain. And Griselda gives combined, enchanted, and equipped creatures menace, and is a 4/4. And for 3 black and a red, and tapping it, you can take 2 creature cards and from a graveyard and just glue them together. This was interesting. There's no EDH rec page for Griselda because it's Silverboar, so the whole deck was kind of built from scratch. Usually I use EDH rec to get a general idea, but here, no such possibility. But that's okay. Battle of Wits wants to do more unorthodox decks. I want to introduce you to commanders you haven't seen, or haven't been able to play, like Ashling the Pilgrim, which is in the works by the way. Griselda was a perfect card. The deck has a few main themes. Getting as much stuff as possible into our graveyard, and getting as much stuff as possible into our opponent's graveyards. The first few creatures are creatures that, by reanimating with Griselda, we can make much cheaper than before. Fiends like Archfiend of Spite, Bane of Balaged, and Drakaseth Maw of Flames are all expensive, but can be reanimated for just 5 mana. We also have expensive creatures that, while bad on their own, are effective when combined, such as Dream Pillager, Living Inferno, and Silverclad Ferociodons. Remember, Griselda combines their power and toughness, so combining creatures will make them stronger than they usually be. These creatures could make a 12/9 with sword abilities. With that thought in mind, Havoc Demon. Since most of our creatures will have high toughness and high power, but high toughness, Havoc Demon won't hurt us too badly, but our opponents will lose a lot of their creatures. The deck also has creatures with Defender, strangely enough. Colossus of Akros and Guardian of the Ages. However, with both of these, removing the Defender ability is easy enough, and being able to have things like a 27/27 with trample, indestructible, flying, and damage when you attack are most certainly formidable. We also have other keywords which we can grant to our combined monsters. Archetype of Finality and Void Beckoner giving Death Touch, one of which can be discard to make it easier to use, Nighthawk Scavenger for a variety of keywords. Enemy of the Guild Pact and Stonecoil Serpent, giving protection for multicolor, making it harder to block, remove, and deal with in general, and Reality Smasher, which gives trample, haste, and a weird way of protecting the creature itself from spells. Speaking of discard, there's a decent amount of that, too. Davriel Rogue Shadow Mage, Strong Arm Tactics, and Scythe Scepter are all forms of discard in the deck to force more cards from opponents' hands into the graveyard. Cards like Chandra Flamecaller, Fateless Looting, and Key to the City are discard effects that discard your cards, and Liliana Waker of the Dead, Magus of the Wheel, and Sire of Insanity affect everybody, giving all the more monsters to make. There is an important discard card I neglected to mention, but I didn't think the discard was the highlight. Banshee of the Dreadchoir, alongside Warchief Giant and Blade of Cells, give the keyword Myriad, which means when you attack with the Eldritch Horror you've created, you'll make copies of it to attack everyone. There's also some mill in the deck to put cards from libraries and graveyards, both in the form of creatures such as Geth, Lord of the Vault, Grisly Spectacle, and Sir Conrad the Grim, but also in non-creatures like Keening Stone, Mindcrack, and Tepernation Blade, which also serve as mill. There's a decent amount of self-mill in the deck as well. Doom Whisperer, Liliana Death's Majesty, and Citrus Supplier all exist to mill yourself to fill your graveyard up faster, while Combustible Gear Hulk will either draw you free cards, or mill and deal damage. Of course, since we're getting rid of your opponent's cards so fast, some payoffs in the form of not Griselda seem important. The Elders Reborn and Primordial both let you steal creatures, reanimating them for your use. Guild Feeder, Night Prowler, and Rite of Priest and 6 all become stronger based on the number of creature cards in graveyard. Bone Horde is similar to those free creatures by being an equipment that grants the same ability, but Jukabog is also a desperate measure if our opponent is about to use our milling to their advantage. Ignite the Future serves as a payoff for getting mill, a splashy spell that will turn our self-mill into free spells, all without paying their mana cost. There's also some tutoring abilities in the deck. Buried Alive, Corpse Connoisseur, and Final Parting all serve as ways to find our best creatures and put them in the graveyard, while Mausoleum Secrets is a tutor that rewards us for having a big graveyard. We also have a sword removal, such as Overseer of the Damned, Terminate, and Defiler of Souls, which notably will hit us less often due to combined creatures being multicolor a lot, as well as rewards for that removal, in the form of Deathbringer Faktar. Brash Taunter and Flayer of the Hatebound are creatures that'll hit our opponents hard, as well as grant powerful keywords. Indestructible will make the combined creature harder to kill, and Undying will bring them both back to life after death. Molten Primordial and Ignition teams serve as expensive but powerful creatures with rewarding abilities, including stealing a bunch of creatures, or being a huge +1/+1 counter explosion. Flame Shadow Conjuring, Mirror March, and Splinter Twin all exist to copy the terrifying beasts we create, making anywhere from 1 to a dozen copies. We also have a sword ramp card such as Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, and Myriad Landscape, and a few others. Griselda wants to be out as fast and as much as possible, so extra mana always helps. Finally, Life's Finale is a board wipe, which is decent on its own, I guess, but it also lets you search your opponent's library and put their 3 best creature cards in their graveyard for your pleasure of reanimating. Adds cards that are somewhat expensive but worth including if you have them are Blightsteel Colossus, Dread Summons, and Entomb. A powerful +11/+11 trample indestructible infect text box will kill almost any opponent. Dread Summons will mill everyone and give you plenty of zombies for your use, and Entomb lets you find the best card in your deck at instant speed to put in your graveyard for 1 mana. Some neat interactions with the deck include Deathbringer Faktar and anything but Death Touch. It means that once one creature dies, you can kill everything you want that's in play, leaving only your stuff on the board if you want. Deathbringer Faktar and Silverclad Ferocidons also work well, as for each sacrificed creature, it becomes even stronger. And Mindcrank and Sir Conrad the Grim results in your opponents dying of either running out of cards or running out of life, whichever comes first. The deck in total comes up to $140 and can be seen in full at the link below, and you can purchase it there too. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. I'm trying to make more content and better quality content, so uploads aren't too frequent, but hopefully worth the wait. You can click here to see my most recent video, or here for a video the YouTube algorithm will think you like. Until next time, ciao!